Hey, my name is Abigail Watford. I am an EME 2040 this semester, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about my personal learning networks and how they change throughout the semester, but also how I expect them to change like in my life in the next, or I guess in the next 10 years, because I guess a lot can change. And I've seen that throughout my time in college, which has only been a couple, 2.5 years, almost three. So my first personal learning network, I'm going to share my screen really fast, and then everyone can see. So is when at the beginning of the semester. So my communication really involved with definitely looking at Gmail from just like keeping up with friends, family, also keeping up with the latest like coupons, but Outlook because of school email. School definitely Canvas and Word because I do a lot of writing, and then also just keeping up with my assignments for Canvas. Social media. This takes up a lot of my time, probably too much. Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, especially TikTok because throughout TikTok, like, well, while it is like definitely social media, I do learn things and it's humorous and it's like an escape from reality. So love that. Work, I work a couple of jobs and but one of the biggest jobs I work at for 20 hours a week, I design things on Canva and I also work in Excel spreadsheets dealing with public records and unemployment. So this was my personal learning network at the very beginning of the semester, but a lot of things, not a lot of things changed, but some things shifted around. This is more of my personal learning network as of right now. So work, while I still use Canva, Word, and Excel. I also use Teams a lot because I have communication with the rest of my coworkers. But the office, I know like this is not like a social media type thing, but it definitely is something that I use. Like I talk to the people in my office, get feedback from them, get a lot of help, and that helps me become a better employee. School, still using Canvas, but I also use Premiere to in my advanced feature reporting class. Premiere also has helped me learn about Photoshop and different video designs and reporting styles. Zoom, definitely still using Zoom, Outlook, and Navigate. Outlook is probably my biggest one. Helps me stay on top of things, help me stay organized, navigate just to make sure like everything's up to date. I'm ready for graduation, things like that. Social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, still the same ones. I did add Instagram this time because I do think or I did add Twitter this time because I do think I spend a lot of time on Twitter. And especially because of the political atmosphere that I work in, it's very awesome to stay up to date through that atmosphere and to like really understand what's going on in the political universe. Communication, GroupMe is a big one. iMessage just because it's on my phone. Outlook and Gmail. Still Outlook for school and work and literally everything. Outlook is where I do a lot of my communicating, but iMessage is also something that I'm able to do. So this is my current personal learning network and how I interact with people. But my future one is the next one I would like to talk about. So So my future personal learning network, social media, I'll still probably use all of the same things, but depending on what kind of work setting I'm in, if I am doing education, I probably will use YouTube and different kind of videos like that inside of work, but also outside of work to research and think a little bit more before I show it to my class. Professional development, we're still using Outlook, still using the Outlook calendar, but also including LinkedIn because that's super important to stay up to date with different jobs and also like seeing how people in your community are doing. Interactions with work. I really enjoyed using Blogger throughout my time in this class, and I think that's really useful for like in the future. Google Docs because that's how I use a lot of my classes and Google Slides and how we work in like teamwork, even through online. School information for students. Just getting all the information out, like whether that's through an email, whether it's through that social media platform. Work, definitely plan on using Premiere. I think learning through videos is super awesome and helpful, and people are really engaged with that kind of thing. And PowerPoint, if you can make PowerPoints interactive, then you're doing a good thing. I do think that Twitter can be used for interactions with work because I've seen that through this class and also just how people use Twitter to communicate and express their thoughts about everything about life. So those are my things that I think I will be using in my future personal network. I'm going to stop sharing the screen really fast. I'm going to talk a little bit about the people that were in my personal learning network, definitely my teachers and my coworkers and my fellow students, but also I want to think about a little bit of like the people I live with and my family, because without them, I would not like, I need that kind of support and I need that kind of help. So I definitely think my family and the people I'm around constantly help influence me in the things I do, and also the things I talk about and the things I read about and the things I see. So if I wasn't with my roommates, I probably wouldn't be on TikTok as much because my family isn't. So like they just, there's that kind of dynamic. So I think that engaging with these different kind of social medias and different kind of like atmospheres where people can grow is how I'm going to grow as a leader and also as someone who like plans to work in the education field, because I think it's really awesome to have different formats and like different understandings of things. Because if people, maybe one platform doesn't work for someone but it does for someone else, and like I want to be like able to adapt to other people and how they respond to different things, so that is something that I will make sure to learn. So I really appreciated this class for that specific reason. So I think that people in my future personal learning network will still be the people I'm around, surrounding myself with, whether it's family. But I also think I need to learn and like grow from my coworkers and my advisors and things that like I'm doing now, but I will especially need to do whenever I finally get like in a professional working atmosphere, like where I work full time and don't go to school. And the tools, I think, and like future teaching, like I said, I really think it's important for me to adapt to different learning styles and understand how people learn, because if people can't respond to the specific thing I'm talking about, I think it's very important for me as a future educator to understand and like see that and then work around that and like help someone learn. Because when someone is like in an environment where they feel comfortable and where they can learn and like they can feel like they can ask questions, then they are going to be more receptive to the information that you're giving them, and also to the information that like in general, like they're going to feel like they have a place in the classroom and in life. So I appreciate learning about these different types of tools and different resources in this class, because I definitely will be using them in my future. So yeah, thank you for watching. And if you have any other questions, I am an email away.